Hi, I'm Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow.
I'm Chris, also a co-founder, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow. If you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for daily updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track, and we love having you with us on our journey. Thanks for joining us.
There you go. Heath was first.
Heath wins.
Yep, and Alice was like, oh, hey, Heath, you beat me. Emily says hello. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you, too.
Yeah, happy Tuesday.
And the sound's working. Yeah, there we go.
It's been a great week so far.
Well, we've definitely got some stuff done.
It's been a great week so far.
Yep. Becky says Chris is behind in the comments. Hoopcat says, hi, everyone. Awake for now. Missed the last few. 5 a.m. comes early.
Yeah, yes, it does. I know we're staying up late.
You can always go to bed and watch this on the replay. I won't get mad. Rihanna says, so glad to be here for the second live today. Hi, everyone. Hi. Mary Lou says, hi, everyone. Matreya says, evening all. And I told Becky, nah, I'm just ignoring Heath. I'm not behind. He says, I'll just chat up while watching Two Crazy Ketos on the couch. It's over now. So I'm all yours for now. Nice. Amber says, I'm new to Keto Chow. It's awesome. It actually lowers my glucose a bit. I'm so excited.
Oh, that's awesome.
Renee is on. Says, hey, kids. Kim says, hello, everyone. Carlos says, good evening, everyone. TC's live says, hello. Rihanna says, Miriam, you're gorgeous.
Thank you.
Renee did not get to see any grapple today.
What? She was supposed to see some of that.
Soft hail. We learned that. Innkeeper's wife says hello from Ogden. Which part of Ogden?
Which Ogden? Is it Utah Ogden?
I only know of
Ogden,
one
Utah.
Ogden.
There's more than one Ogden?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe there is, but anyway, he says, hey, yo, Renee, and Miriam, but not you, Chris. I'm not talking to you. Shanna says, good evening, everyone. Just made apple pie hot cereal.
Ooh,
yum.
That sounds great.
Mimi says, today is day 2 of only Keto Chow with butter. I'm just loving the shakes warm or as pudding. The chocolate toffee is warm. So good.
So good.
Carol said, hi, Chris and Miriam.
Hi, Carol.
Kimberly says, hello. Sojourn says, hi there. I have the starter bundle. Well, welcome. See, Innkeeper's wife says she's in Utah. Matreya says, ooh, I haven't tried the apple pie as hot cereal. Amber says, does anyone do 3 meals a day with protein supplementation? Oh, me. I need at least 100 grams of protein according to my macros, but then I go over my calories per day if I add more. Should I lower the fat? Yes. Also try salmon or tuna fish.
Or chicken breast.
Or chicken breast. You can also just get regular like Isopure protein powder and make a 4th shake.
Yep, or you can add some into your Keto Chow, or you can add collagen into your Keto Chow. Joe from Two Crazy Ketos was adding raw eggs and drinking those.
That's true, he was. Sojourn says, I also got the electrolytes.
Nice.
Trisha says, hi from Long Island. I just ordered the starter bundle. Can't wait to get
Island. Can we
go
drove
there past next? Long Island.
Just one time.
On our way to and from Connecticut.
Connecticut is so pretty.
April says, can you use Keto Chow as a meal replacement for lunch and dinner?
Yep, sure can.
Use it for breakfast. Use it for lunch. Use it for dinner. Use it for dinner and lunch. Or breakfast and dinner. Or whatever you want to do. It just replaces 1/3 of your nutrients in each one.
Yeah.
It's that simple and that complicated, I guess. Let's see. Mary Lou says, I'm doing a 3-day fast with our church next week.
Oh, nice.
What drinks don't break fast?
Water?
So generally speaking, if it has calories, it will break a fast. Now, it depends on why you're doing the fasting. If you're trying to do like autophagy or something like that, you probably want to stick to like
water, salt,
maybe some coffee or tea. Depending on what you put in there. You don't want to have any fat. You don't want
to make a fat coffee.
And you don't want any protein.
Because that will break a fast.
Yep. So there you go.
But some people do like a fast and include bone broth or like chicken broth or something. But it just depends on what you are trying to accomplish. I've never done that. Whenever I fasted, I haven't. But I have done like diet soda or like Zevia or other of the diet drinks because I think it's fine. And I haven't noticed my glucose move a lot. So
I, on the other hand, cannot drink diet soda because the flavor messes me up when I'm doing a long fast. So if I'm doing just a 24-hour, that's easy. Okay, so Mary Lou had a question about the cereal. She's like, what's everybody talking about? So if you go on our webpage, you go to recipes and more, recipes, takes you to this page. You go past the 7-day reset that we recently posted and these two. And I'd like to point out that this only shows recipes now.
how?
Nick got it fixed yesterday. You didn't know that? Yeah.
No.
Okay, so
that 7-day reset isn't recipes.
it is a reset. It is a recipe.
Well, it's lots of recipes.
Well, it's using the recipe plugin. Anyway, so
Hey, those Pizelles right there on the 8th thing down, oh, it's gone now.
it's gone now. So
They're freaking good.
if you just type cereal into the search box, here's the Snickerdoodle Keto Hot Cereal. You can use any of the flavors of Keto Chow with that. But when Taffney made it, and we had her on last week, she actually used...
so great. I just love her so much.
She actually used the Snickerdoodle. So I just posted that link into the chat. Rhonda says, hello all. Hi, Rhonda. Amber says, great, thanks so much. Thank you so much. Sojourn says, I like to have coffee with cream and sugar. What can I do about this?
Have cream and artificial sweetener.
Yeah, maybe. So they make a liquid sweetener.
Like a sucralose or a stevia.
Yeah.
We have... What's the one that we use a lot? Better than stevia, I think, is like a liquid.
I use it because it's there.
Yeah. I think we just happen to find it, and because it's a liquid, we like it.
Yep.
But we don't use it for very many things. I think the only thing we use it for is making whipped cream.
Now, you can add butter to your coffee or MCT oil or just heavy cream. You can also add some Keto Chow to it. That'll sweeten it up, too.
Yeah, you could add like a little bit of erythritol.
Yep. Shauna says, oh, I just had my first bite of apple pie hot cereal. I added a half teaspoon of Swerve brown sugar.
That's a good
and 1
idea.
teaspoon of Chalk Zero caramel syrup. And
pat of butter.
Yum. And sliced almonds.
That sounds awesome.
April says, thank you. Shauna says, hi, Parrot Head Renee. Sojourn says, I take Balance of Nature vitamins and meds for MS management.
Oh,
Talk
great.
to Heath. Anyway, do you know of anything that shouldn't be taken with keto? So I'm not familiar with those vitamins and minerals.
I just look it up if you're doing Keto Chow. Because you probably could still take your vitamins, and if you're only doing it 1 time a day, if you do it 3 times a day, then you probably definitely need to look up and see. You don't want to be taking too many vitamins.
And really the thing you want to be looking for on a just general in keto is the amount of carbohydrates. So some vitamins and stuff like that will have like sugar in them. Basically, if it's a pill that you swallow, you're probably going to be okay. Anyway. But like Miriam said, each thing of Keto Chow gives you 1/3 of your daily nutrients as well. So my personal favorite, and I think this is what Heath goes for too, is just Keto Chow and meat for the most part. There's lots of good vitamins in that. Carol says, I've reversed my type 2 diabetes for a couple of years now. I can't remember what my number should be. I think 99 and below is good. For most people, it's a good range.
Yeah.
Some people go a little bit higher. Let's see. He says, Miriam, I have a new video premiering tomorrow that you should watch until the end for a special message from the warden.
Oh, yay.
Shauna says, way to go, Nick, the new guy. Yeah, he did a great job. We actually, the developer of the plugin that does the searching, they couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. They actually had to get down into the database and find out what was going on. Let's see. Renee says, can't wait to see that, Heath. Becky says, hi again, Shauna. Let's see. Is Maitreya taking off? You taking off, Maitreya? She says, night, Becky.
Maybe Becky's.
Oh, maybe Becky is. Shauna says, Chef Taffy really inspired me. Please tell her. Thank you.
I will. I'm going to tell her that.
Mimi says, beef gelatin gives me more protein. So she goes for 1,226 calories, 96 protein, 85 fat. Total carbs of 20.8 and net of 1.3.
Well, that's great.
Oh yeah, so Becky's gonna go to bed. Mary Lou says she uses liquid Lakanto. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, we have liquid Lakanto too. They have flavored Lakanto.
One thing you need to be wary of is things like stevia in the raw and monk fruit in the raw.
Yes, they have fillers.
Yeah, they have maltodextrin. They have starch in it, and it's just no good for a keto diet. So it does have those to sweeten it, but yeah. Sojourn says, thank you. Mary Lee says, I use liquid monk fruit Lakanto. There you go. Sean says, for the last 2 days, I've had to use Knox gelatin instead of my beef gelatin because I lost a brand new bag.
Oh, no.
Ordered another one from Amazon. I'm sure I'll find it the day after it arrives.
I know, right? That's the worst.
Sonny says she just got acquainted with another lovely chower from my area. So much fun.
Yay!
And Dennis says, finished my 3 Keto Chow protein shakes 12 hours ago. Ready to go to bed with the local chickens.
You gonna sleep with the chickens? That sounds dirty.
Matrea says, I'm still hanging on, but barely. Tour de Zwift was so hard tonight.
Oh, sorry.
So, what do we got going on? The flavor of the week this week
is raspberry cheesecake.
It sure is. So that was, for those of you who aren't aware of the history of Keto Chow. So it all started with me being super lazy. I didn't want to have to. I didn't want to have to deal with making food. I just wanted the right nutrients very easily and just done. Well, so most of the flavors were. I decided I wanted that flavor, so I made that flavor. 2 of the flavors, the chocolate toffee and the raspberry cheesecake, were mandated by Miriam.
And those are hard because they're really good in my brain.
Yep. She said, yeah, you will make this. And I said, yes ma'am. And so I made them, and it's a good thing. Rhonda just had a question. So she said, I haven't checked, but is the individual pistachio available yet? So, fun story. Today, I had a Keto Chow made with butter that I made on Saturday. And then I had a Keto Chow made with heavy cream.
Yeah, so did I.
And one of the reasons why I made a Keto Chow with heavy cream was because we got a new batch of stuff in. And one of the things we got in was the single meal packet of pistachio.
Yay!
They're back in stock.
We got it today.
We just barely
so
got
I
it.
had it for lunch too.
There you go. Ooh,
wow.
Love it when it does that.
So fancy.
Yeah. So yes, the pistachio is back in stock. It's now in that it's officially graduated from limited edition to.
Yep. It's a big boy now.
It's put on its participants.
Now it's a regular flavor.
Rhiannon says raspberry cheesecake and lemon meringue with heavy whipping cream are so delicious.
Oh yeah, we should make raspberry cheesecake and lemon meringue as that cheesecake, the Joe's cheesecake.
No, probably. Jana says Chris is the busiest, motivated, lazy person I've ever met.
Right.
Well, so this actually came up. So at the beginning of this video, we had the little introduction about the Chow Club, and now people are probably going to ask questions about that.
Which is good because we want to talk about it.
There's about 10 people whose addresses we use a program called ShipStation to do our shipping. Funny that. And it checks the addresses just to make sure that they're correct before we even ship them. And about 10 of them, it shows that their address doesn't verify. Like it doesn't show up in the UPS or in the Postal Service database.
Yeah.
And so normally what we do is before we ship stuff out, we just double check and make sure.
Yep.
So I was talking with the customer service team today, and I'm like, so before the 15th comes up and we're going to ship all those out.
We're shipping all these packages out.
So let's go through and get these addresses fixed, but then let's fix them in the subscription thing.
What?
Because
what a good idea.
If you do it now,
every time.
You can do it once and it will just work from then on.
As long as you guys don't move, we'll be okay.
Yeah. So that's my personal philosophy about a lot of things in life. Do it once right and then never have to do it again.
Yeah.
And so with Keto Chow is one of those things I will put in a lot of work and do this just to save myself a couple seconds. So,
which is really funny.
Anyway, Heath did say, Sojourn, message me if you want to talk about MS. I was diagnosed in July. And Heath, you're doing better now, right? He had a big flare up, and he thinks it has to do with some of the bars that he ate. So, Rhiannon says, raspberry cheesecake recipe on your side is delicious. Renee says, prayers for Steph. No. She's in bed with severe back pain and a headache today.
On James's birthday.
Oh.
That's sad.
Devin says, hello. Hi, Devin. Rhonda says, yay, ordering. Renee says, pistachio, go forth and conquer. Devin says, is pistachio seasonal? As of right now, we have not made that determination for it to be seasonal or not.
Right now, it's just where it is.
It doesn't seem like a seasonal one, but we'll see.
We haven't decided, I guess.
Yeah. So, one of our people is on his Keto Chow and said, Joe says he was almost done perfecting a lemon meringue pie with Keto Chow. I thought he'd be done by now.
What the? Looks like he has to do stuff with his family.
Denise says raspberry cheesecake with cream cheese and maybe butter too. Yeah, you could totally pull that off.
Yeah.
He says if you had a hard job, find a lazy man. He'll tell you an easy way to do it. Now, but you want to find the lazy man who does it correctly.
Yeah.
Who only wants to do it once.
We just keep telling our kids, don't put your clothes on the floor. Then you have to pick it up twice. Like just
take care of it
in the right place in the first time, and then you're just done.
Oh, it was Lori. She said, anyway, Joe from 2KK says he was working on perfecting the perfect Keto Chow lemon meringue pie. Bug him about it.
Okay, I'll text him in 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes.
Renee.
Pie.
Renee, who does physical therapy and jokes around about torturing people.
Oh, man.
Says, my job isn't hard. It's just fun.
You're so nice.
Sojourn says, by the way, I really enjoyed the Facebook ads for Keto Chow. The witch and story was lots of fun and really piqued my interest to try this out.
It's pretty fun.
Done.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sojourn says, should I buy a subscription? I only have the bundle right now. Okay.
Have you tried it?
So
there's two
different. I'm sharing. There's two different subscriptions that you can get with Keto Chow. Okay, the original one, the one that we've had for a long time, it basically just you've got the big bags of Keto Chow. Oh my gosh, it keeps going.
What
jumps. Anyway, and you can get them delivered every 4 weeks, every 2 weeks, 1 week, 6 weeks, and basically it just repeats whatever you order. Sends you the big bags. You can just buy the big bags. It's just a way to do it on autopilot. Now, the new thing that we recently added...
like 6 days ago, or how many days
ago? Last Tuesday.
Yes.
Is the Chow Club monthly meal box. So it's a surprise box. You don't know what you're going to get in it.
It's going to have Keto Chow in it.
It is... You don't know what flavors you're going to get in it. So you're going to get, if you get the 30 meal, it's going to have one 21 meal bag and 9 singles to make 30. It's going to have recipe cards. There's going to be a surprise something, which on occasion is going to be a new flavor of Keto Chow before it's released to the general public.
Yay, surprise!
Surprise! There's also a 60 meal that kind of doubles up. It doesn't have double of everything. It'll have like 2 different 21 meal bags and 18 singles, and it does only have one of whatever the surprise thing is. But you do save $10 getting one of these compared to getting 2 of the 30s. Also, when you start off, it's 10% off list price. The second month, it drops to 12% off, and then the third month it goes to 15%.
And those are the correct numbers.
Those are the correct numbers. Oh, and it comes with free ground shipping.
Yes.
So it's a new thing that we've added just for people who are kind of, that are nuts about Keto Chow.
And it's kind of fun to just get something different. Like, I probably wouldn't try certain flavors, and you might get it and be like, well, I might as well try it. I have it.
There you go. Let's see. Lori says, sorry. It's okay. Jessica says, hey, sorry I'm late. Hey, well, welcome you that you're here. He says, I am doing a little better. The 18th, I start physical therapy, and on the 19th, I go for another MRI to check on the lesions on my brain. Physically, I feel fine. I just want my eyes to work right.
Oh, that's so hard.
And now, Heath, you were saying that, was it Heath that had the hearing loss?
Yeah.
I think it was. And he said that his doctor said that a hearing aid would help him out. Unless that was a different Heath.
I don't think we know any other Heaths.
I don't think so either.
Someday we're going to meet Heath in person.
It's true. Probably in May. Shauna says, I have my first video physical therapy for my hands tomorrow. Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Rhonda says, oh man, the other stuff that was in my cart is gone. I know you said something about mixing Chow Club in an order.
Sorry.
So that's another important thing. With the Chow Club, because it comes in free shipping and
it repeats.
And it's delivered on a certain day of the month, or rather it ships on a certain day of the month, you can't combine other stuff with an order for Chow Club. You have to order it kind of all alone. In fact, if you have stuff in your cart and you add the Chow Club, it'll say, whoa, 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 whoa. And it actually disables the checkout button because you can't mix those together. Because if you do, it actually messes up the free shipping, so you don't get free shipping with it. And your entire order would be held until like the 20th or something of the month.
Yeah, so then your other stuff you wouldn't be getting in a timely manner. And we like to have things out timely. So this is weird for us because the fact that we're just holding on to these orders.
Yeah, normally we get an order and ship it as soon as we can. So this is kind of odd.
It's kind of fun though to do something different.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Heather's on.
Heather, hi.
She says, hello, bears.
How's your baby?
Renee said, no joke. I had to help a knee patient get more bend. She screamed, cried, then told me, thank you. Does it get any better? I really don't enjoy hurting them, but they do get better. Okay, so completely off the rails. When I went down to live in South America, the guy who was helping me learn the language would correct me every time I messed up. Immediately. Like in front of people, wherever. Like my Spanish grammar, everything. And I'm like, dude, he's like, do you want to learn? I said, yes. He's like, do you want me to continue correcting you immediately and without mercy? I'm like,
yes.
Yes.
You were having a pride issue.
So I started correcting myself before he could. Anyway, Shauna says, ooh, surprise something. Is Miriam going to come in my box? No, but we might send some of Miriam's socks.
Oh. Okay.
Sandy says, are some flavors better with heavy cream instead of butter?
I think so, as ice cream.
As ice cream, I personally think that that's where you mix up Keto Chow and you just dump it into an ice cream maker.
Yeah, I don't think there's a flavor I don't like with butter, but it did take me a while to get used to it.
Yeah. Well, for instance, things like strawberry. The strawberry doesn't have a very strong flavor.
Yeah, but when you make it with butter, it really comes out.
It's a lot stronger.
Yeah.
So, and it's a little bit stronger. It's a little bit more work to mix it up. Sojourn says, where do I buy these? If you're talking about the Chow Club, sorry, I should have actually pasted it into the chat earlier.
And that's the one that you want to just buy it by itself.
That's correct.
So if you're going to go back and buy pistachio samples or something, you don't want to make 2 orders.
Cece says, Chow Club. Yeah, so we get a lot of grief for the Chow thing. And so we decided we're just
leaning into that.
We're
Chow
going
it up.
Yep. Let's see. Shauna says, is there a limit on being able to pause it? No. You can pause it for as long and as many times as you want. Now, if you pause it, it doesn't go from 10 to 12 to 15.
It'll just stay where it's at.
Yeah, so and if you get to the 3rd month and you're like, you know what? I need to pause this for like 6 months. That's
you
fine.
can just keep pausing it.
And it'll keep
keep it at the
discount.
percentage.
Now,
so if you got like the first 3, then you'd still be able to get the 15%, even if you pause like 6 months later.
Yep. The one thing where you can't just do it yourself is if you sign up for the 30 and you want to switch to the 60.
Oh, yeah. So you need to contact us and we will fix it for you because we don't want you to cancel because then you won't get your same percent off.
Yeah. So let's see. Renee says, and not really all that. I just love helping people. Okay. Lori says, I didn't think I'd like the pumpkin spice, but it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, funny, huh?
Devin says, I'm prepared to cancel my Keto Crate subscription for the Chow Club.
Oh, you're so nice.
Well, Cece's on, and she says, good evening, all. Rhonda says, sorry for the grammatics. I just dumped my other... It just dumped my other stuff. I took inventory before adding it to the cart and don't recall it as... I'm so sorry.
Oh, dang it.
Dang, that sucks.
That is frustrating.
Devin says, I'm feeling a bit yucky the past few days, and all of my Keto Chow tastes the same. It's rather interesting. I do know that there are a lot of people who they will have digestive issues with heavy cream, and it just goes away when they try butter. And a lot of other people have found that if they add a teaspoon of gelatin to their Keto Chow, I think it's leucine, one of the amino acids, helps with the digestion and makes it so that people who have had like disaster pants in the past, all that goes away and they don't have any more problems. So
yeah, one thing Christy Davis was actually saying this on the Keto Village today was that she puts in the gelatin even when she's having it hot, and it doesn't thicken up, but it still gives her those benefits. So she likes doing that.
So Sandy had a really good question. This is actually one that we wanted to talk about tonight. So she wanted to know, do we get rewards points with the Chow Club? That's a really good question. So for those of you who don't know, on the Keto Chow website, we do have a rewards program, and you get points for sharing Keto Chow on social media. There's a special link that you can get that if you give it to someone who's never ordered before, when they place their first order using that link, it will give you credit for referring them. It's the refer a friend. But most of the time, people are earning points by making purchases. So the subscription engine, the thing that makes the Chow Club work, what it does is it basically is just this kind of service that sits off on the side, and it knows what you want and when you want it, and on a certain schedule, it inserts an order into our regular order system and says, oh, and by the way, this is paid for.
Order. And so you get the rewards just like you would have placed a regular order. The thing that is not awesome is you can't use the rewards on the subscriptions. Yeah,
you can't pay for a subscription with rewards points. In fact, we like to, there's actually a little thing that says that subscriptions live in an alternate universe.
Yeah, they're in their own little world.
Where there aren't any other discounts or anything. There's no discounts or other coupon codes on the Chow Club or on the subscriptions. That's one of the reasons why the Chow Club starts at 10% off and goes down from there, because we want to start you off at pretty much the best discount that you can get, whether it's from an affiliate link or otherwise,
or a flavor of the week,
and then it just gets better from there. So anyway, but in order to get the rewards points with the Chow Club or any of the other subscriptions, make sure that you've created an account first, and then any new orders that you make, including subscriptions, will show up on your rewards. So there you go.
Sorry.
Drop that.
I dropped the paper.
Oh, Heather says Phil says hi too.
Hi, Phil.
Devin says, how long can you suspend the subscription for? As far as I know, it's indefinite. You can...
Yeah, but it's not like you can change the dates. I think it's just like pause.
Well, I think it's pause, and then when you're ready, you come back and you say resume.
Guess I'll have to actually find that
out.
Well,
I've paused the subscription before, and it doesn't resume on its own.
Oh.
So... because we don't believe in treating you the way that we don't want companies to treat us.
We want you to get the things you want in the nicest way possible.
Yes, we don't believe in predatory sales practices. If you guys like it, you'll come and order it on your own. So, let's see. People talking back and forth. Sean says socks. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah, I have giant feet. You probably wouldn't want my socks.
He says, Chris, I told you before, strength through humiliation.
Yeah, right.
Devin says, hi Shauna, I'm over the blue app today. Okay. Shauna says Chow Hounds. Cece says, I mixed 2 cookies and cream with coconut milk and beef gelatin in my Ninja tonight for the next 2 days. That sounds
great.
Yeah. And Sojourn says, I'm a former Marine, and the chow hall is a common place of food on base. Well,
right? Because you eat there.
So for instance, the Rapunzel or the witch video that we have running on Facebook, one of the most common comments that we get is, Keto Chow, it sounds like dog food.
Yeah.
And so we're just like, hey, you know what? It's what we chose. It's memorable. And if you really want to know, Purina didn't start calling dog chow until I think it was 1958. And so, yeah, people associate that, chow with the dog chow, but it's a relatively new thing, especially compared to how long the military has been doing that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Shauna says, thank you for the pause info. I'm just one, but don't want more than I can consume before it goes bad. Oh, there you go. Now that does bring up an interesting point. On the Chow Club page, it does have a bunch of frequently asked questions. Some of them are, can you get boxes that you missed? The answer is no. If you weren't subscribed for a particular box, we're not going to be like selling them after the fact. We're going to make as many as people have ordered.
Yep.
Also, because it's a surprise box, you don't know what flavors are going to be in there. So if there are particular flavors that you really don't like of Keto Chow and you're not prepared to give them away, you probably don't want to subscribe, because we won't be doing exchanges or refunds on the flavors if you just don't like them. If they're damaged in shipping,
yeah, we'll definitely send a new
we will
one.
Absolutely replace that.
Make sure to take a picture and reach out to us, and we will send a new one.
And also, if you're allergic to a particular flavor and again aren't prepared to give it to someone as like a gift or something like that, we also are recommending that you don't subscribe to the Chow Club. Like, if you can't even be around peanuts, and the possibility that maybe the bag, the little packet that has peanuts in it, well, chocolate peanut butter in it, might burst in shipping and contaminate things and send you into anaphylactic shock when you open the package, please don't subscribe. We still have all the other options before.
Yep.
Let's see. Rhonda says, Chris, I think I mentioned my order when I contacted Chris, your employee. Is there a way to go back to my contact history?
We can look it up.
Well, if you were chatting, if you were typing on the site, if you click the little, it's down in the bottom right button. Corner, the little thing, it'll show you a history of your stuff. Oh, Christian says, there he is, late to the party because bedtime. But hey, everyone. But yeah, or just message us and we can find it. So
yeah, we can definitely find it.
Shauna says to Christian, how's that baby boy?
Oh, yeah.
He says, Chris, I think you skipped this. Oh, wait. No, I'm going to skip it now. Oh, wait. But it's worth repeating because it answers your question. What is it? What are you saying?
It repeated.
Anyway, Sarah says, good evening, everyone. Renee says, you need to stop, Heath. Denise says, it does the opposite of disaster pants with me, so I think I can do every day.
Oh, then
now,
you're okay.
I have family members who, if they do Keto Chow 3 meals a day, it makes them constipated.
Yeah, you don't want quite the opposite all the way. You want a happy medium, right?
Right Family's on.
Hey, Right Family,
how's your baby doing? Renee says, goofball. Yeah. B1 Riddler says, wanted to say thank you for the military discount. You are very welcome. And it's not just military, it also extends to first responders, which if you get down to the nitty gritty, also includes nurses
than we thought. Yeah.
You do have to, like, so GOV-X is what we're using to do that. And if you can't like automatically get a GOV-X account so that you get the military discounts on Keto Chow and a bunch of other sites, you can contact their support team and they can manually verify you. Then once you have the account, it just generates a coupon code for you to use on the Keto Chow site or on all
and
the
then
other
you
ones.
put it into the shopping cart, not the second part.
So Mary Lou says, what is the dollar amount for the rewards points? So if I remember correctly, are you talking about how many reward points do you get per dollar? Or, let's see. Let me go shop. Rewards program. Because it does have this handy. So, it's 10 points for every dollar. Here, let's make this bigger.
Yeah, that's tiny.
Hey, there we go. 10 points for every dollar spent. Follow on Twitter is 100 points. Refer a friend, 2,000. Share on Twitter, 77. Create an account gives you 400 points. And share on Facebook gives you 100. And then when you go to spend, there's actually...
There's a lot of options for that.
Yeah, there are. So there's a $10 off coupon for 2,000 points. It essentially amounts to a 5% discount is what it does. Anyway, it actually, so there's a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I believe there's a $50 and a $100 coupon as well. Because somebody asked, they're like, hey, I keep on saving up my points. Can I get a really big coupon? It's like, yeah, sure. I guess so.
Sure.
Now, one thing to note, when you go to use them, make sure you're putting them into the discount box on the shopping cart and not on the checkout page.
Yeah, because there's a second section on the checkout page, and that's only for gift cards, really.
Yeah,
so
or automatic discount codes.
Yeah.
Woo. Love when it does that. Let's see. Renee says, so do I get an extra military discount because some patients call me drill sergeant? No, but you actually
probably
might
qualify
as a physical therapist / nurse something.
There's
you
a
can
huge
probably
list. You should look it up.
Yeah. Devin says, okay, good to know. I just don't want to stockpile too much product. There you go. Rihanna says, that's one of my favorite things about you all, your integrity.
Oh, thank you.
Don't tell my kids that, though. Oh, Rhonda says, I found my order in the contact us history. Yay, I mentioned it in my question. Fantastic. Awesome. Denise says, are the rewards only for subscriptions? No. So if you made an order and you didn't have an account yet, so you weren't getting the rewards points, just the easiest thing to do is to reply to the order confirmation and say, here's what you have to say. Yo, dog. I ordered this before I had an account. Can you credit this to my account?
And we can look up what you ordered and see that you got it. So we can definitely credit it. But you have to make... Sorry. You have to make your account so that you have something to credit to. Does that make sense?
Yep. Okay.
I'll tickle my throat.
So Stacy has a really good question. She says, does Keto Chow ever go bad? I have an unopened bag that expired last October. Is it still safe to consume? If yes, for how long? Also, do open bags need to be refrigerated? I just keep keeping the open Keto Chow in the original bags or in containers in the pantry, but I've seen some people say it should be refrigerated. What's correct?
So, there's some factors there. When it's after the expiration date, that just means that some of the vitamins will not be as vitamin-y as they were at first. So it'll still be fine. I just wouldn't use that as your sole meals. So if you're going to do it 3 times a day, make sure you have a fresher bag. But you can definitely still have it, and it would probably still be fine. The flavor might not be as strong either.
Yeah, it tends to lose a little bit of the flavor.
But that just depends on what flavor it is. And then depending on where you live, if it's really humid, you may want to put your Keto Chow in the fridge or the freezer.
I'd recommend the freezer if you're really concerned.
But yeah, we've never had problems.
Because there's
we
lower
also live
humidity.
in a very dry area, so we just keep ours in the cupboard.
And Miriam has a bunch of containers that she got from Walmart.
Yeah, just Walmart. Better Home and Garden brand.
Yeah. So you get the 18.5 cup.
Yeah.
Because that holds
holds a bag and a half, and then the 11 cup holds a bag.
Yep.
And it has like the seal top.
That looks like a handle. It's not.
It's not a handle. If you pick it up,
it pops right off. But it seals really well. And so you can just dump your bag in there. We actually, if you search our site for Keto Chow labels or canister labels, I think it is.
Yeah.
There's actually some Avery, some round stickers.
We got the printer working. We
do
can
have
actually do
Did you buy those labels?
Like months ago.
Oh, okay. Well, we can print those out, put them on. So
I'm behind the times.
Yeah. So again, like Miriam said, I'm not trying to mansplain. I just want to reiterate. If you're using Keto Chow for your sole source of nutrition, 3 meals a day, I would not recommend using expired Keto Chow just because you'll be missing some of the B vitamins in particular. If you're using it once or twice a day, that's probably not anything to be concerned about. So
there's that.
Let's see. Maitreya says, bark, bark, then LOL. Okay. Jessica says, that is so true about if we like it, we'll be back. I order, share with friends, get them hooked. I'm a Chow dealer. Yes. LOL, I'll give a sample to get them hooked.
You deserve a raise.
Well, and I really don't want to run my company the way that I don't want other...
To be treated.
Yeah. As a consumer myself, I know what I like with companies. I like it when I order a bunch of batteries for drones and then I order something else and I send them an email that says, yo, dog, I just placed 2 orders. Can you combine those? And I get an email back that's like a couple minutes later that says, oh, yeah, totally. And we refunded your shipping on the second one. I'm like, that's what I like as a consumer, and that's how I want our company to be.
Because it's really not that hard.
It actually isn't. It just requires
it just takes a little work.
And awesome customer service people.
Yeah. And we have that. So
we do.
Yeah,
we actually have a meeting. Is it every week or every other week?
Every other week.
Where they have questions and we sit down and we go through. They have all these things, and yeah, it's just, I think they're fantastic.
Yeah, they're so great.
Let's see. Renee says, yeah, Denise Holmes, contact them tomorrow and they can create an account and credit your points. Actually, if you could create the account first, that really helps out.
But if you can't figure out how to create the account, we can definitely walk you through it.
Yep. So Debbie says, what is the standard expiration? I took mine out of bags and put it in containers. If I look back at my order history and when I bought, would I add to know when they expire?
Well, they're 1.5 years.
Roughly.
So I probably think it'd be like a year. It's a good estimate.
So from when Keto Chow is packaged, it has a 2-year shelf life. And for those of you who hadn't noticed, we do have some flavors that are now seasonal, like the eggnog, pumpkin spice caramel, orange cream, and root beer float. So the reason why those are seasonal is because those 4 particular flavors, they just don't sell very well except during certain times of the year. And so if we have them in stock, available year-round in the big bags, we have them in the samples year-round, but in the individuals. But the big bags, people just don't want to buy, well, most people, except for crazy people like me, just don't want a big bag of eggnog in the middle of June. They just don't want it. And so we lose an entire year of the shelf life.
Yeah, waiting for Christmas to come around.
And
so it makes sense to have seasonal flavors.
Yep. And
plus it gives you something to look forward to.
That's right. Yeah. Okay, Renee says, I'm dying now. Too funny. Lori says, I guarantee that if you get a flavor you don't want, then someone you know will buy it off you. I have a couple neighbors that ask me if I have anything I will part with, and I tell them, no way!
Do you have chocolate peanut butter?
He says, it was the very next line. LOL. Yeah, whatever. Jennifer says, I just tried Keto Chow for the first time this morning. I had raspberry cheesecake. It's delicious. Tomorrow I'm going to try the chocolate toffee.
Chocolate toffee is so good.
Yeah, those are both Miriam's flavors. Renee says, Skippy, Skipperton. If you guys are talking to each other, I just kind of skip past that because we're still trying to catch up. So if you're talking to me, or just,
Are you talking to me?
He's talking to Parrot Renee. Says she's awesome. She recommended I see an ear, nose, and throat, which led me to learning that I was not actually deaf, as I had thought for the last 40 years.
Crazy. I need to go see an ENT too.
Well, you just learned that you can rub your...
My chiropractor taught me how to do a lymph drain in my length right here, apparently.
Yep. Devin says, it's just a few flavors I'm not crazy about, but for now the plan is to find something to mix them with to make them more tolerable.
Yeah.
Like chocolate mint plus chocolate. I just got to figure pumpkin spice
I'll
up.
make it into the pumpkin sausage
yes.
soup.
So,
that's so yummy.
Here we go. Oh, sharing. So, you go on the recipe page, which is just recipes and more recipes.
I'm so excited the recipe page is working.
Yeah, I know. It's really working well
I'm
now.
sad I didn't get it done.
You go to pumpkin spice caramel.
Still does that weird loading thing.
The first time you load it, it does.
There it is. Oh, yeah.
There it is. This right here. Mm-hmm. If you like spicy at all, and this isn't really that spicy.
Well, and it's not that sweet either. So, like, you look at it, you think that's going to taste like a pumpkin, but it doesn't.
So the ladies who made it, Oh Hello Keto Bakery,
It's
made
that bakery
this.
that we carry their stuff in our front.
They made this, and I was just like, yeah, whatever, okay. And I think they could tell that I wasn't excited about it, as is required by law. Once you taste that, anyway.
Well, they were so excited about it. They were going crazy about it.
Yeah.
But we, of course, were like,
okay, that's cool.
And then they brought us a bowl. And I'm like, yeah, this is freaking amazing.
Tried it, and it's like, we have some in our freezer right now. Yes. Renee says, oh my goodness.
Max have any of that.
Let's see. Sojourn says, I'm a volunteer chaplain at my local hospital. Is that considered first responder? That I don't know. So you would need
volunteering.
to thank you. You would need to contact GOV-X. So if you go to the first responder discount page.
Do you want to show them the page where they can find it?
So just go to shop, military and other discounts.
Yep.
There's GOV-X.
So click here to find out a giant list of things.
So there's a big, long list of all the different people, including firefighters,
spouses,
which includes Bureau of Land Management and Forest Service for whatever reason.
Hey, they take care of our world.
Yep, and then here you have...
There's medical.
Yep, nurse, a current, former, and spouse, hospital physician, current, former, and spouse. So there's a lot of different people that qualify.
So throw that link in there now that you're already away from it.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
Except I have to scroll back up every time I do that.
It's so hard. You should get a real computer.
No, it's just that when you post a link, it scrolls down to the bottom.
Oh, point.
Let's see. Heather says, been a super dull day. Gonna sit back and relax with Phil. Have a great night. Give Phil a high five. Yeah, well, you're probably already gone, though. Right Family says he's good, talking about the baby. Denise says, I don't have Twitter. Can you refer a friend with Facebook work also? Actually, the refer a friend, it just gives you a link, and you can send that via email. You can post it to your Facebook wall. You can do whatever you want with it. They just need to make sure.
They just want to use that link when they come to purchase.
Yeah.
So they can give you credit.
Christian says, super pro tip, there's an elusive $200 coupon.
Ooh.
Let's see. Cece says, one of the strawberry keto chow tastes like instant carnation breakfast. Not a bad thing.
I loved that stuff when I was little. That was so good.
And Christian says, you must say, yo dog.
Yo dog.
Yeah, you do.
You get rewards points for saying yo dog.
You don't get rewards points.
Oh, come on. Let's make it.
It makes the customer service team go, Renee says, doubt that.
Come on.
Sojourn says, you will have to be patient with me for a while. I'll promise I'll try to remember it all.
Oh,
hey,
it's okay. We'll
you
be
know
here
what?
every week.
The funny thing is, we get the same questions every week.
And we don't mind answering them.
That's not a bad thing.
We're happy.
We're excited that you're excited to learn about this, and it's something that we really care about. And so there's actually, let's see. I'm trying to catch up on comments, and let's see, XKCD Lucky.
Is it not typing?
Oh, dang it. XKCD Lucky 10. Oops.
It was there. There it was.
There it is. Lucky 10,000.
It's going to show you the comic.
This is a great comic by XKCD. I try not to make fun of people for admitting they don't know things. Because for each thing everyone knows by the time they're adults, every day there are on average 10,000 people in the U.S. hearing about it for the first time. And there's the math. So fraction that have heard about it at birth, fraction that have heard about it by 30, U.S. birth rate, number hearing about it the first time, 10,000 a day. If I make fun of people, I train them not to tell me when they have those moments and I miss out on the fun. Diet Coke and Mentos thing? What's that? Oh man, come on, we're going to the grocery store. Why? You're one of today's lucky 10,000. Then there's a mouse over that says, saying what kind of idiot doesn't know about the Yellowstone supervolcano is so much more boring than telling someone about the Yellowstone supervolcano for the first time. So, yeah, it's great. Don't worry about it.
So we want to tell you all about it.
That's right. Laylee says, so, apple pie big bags, please?
Noted.
Noted. There you go.
How are you, Laylee?
Devin says, I bought containers for cereal, and I just dropped the whole bag in it.
Perfect.
There you go.
It's perfect.
Heath says, yes, Chris, I am the Heath that learned that he is not actually deaf, as I was told 40 years ago. There you go.
Crazy.
Well, if you just take that plug out of your ear, hey, look at that.
I can hear.
Shauna says, I like to send it to friends also. Natalie says, hello.
Hello.
She says, we love you guys. Amazing shakes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Shauna says that Keto Chow hot cereal is so filling. Let's see. Sonia talking to Jessica says, me too. How many people have asked you if you work for them? I say, I'm just a very satisfied customer.
Yes. I think you work for me. You deserve a raise, too.
Achievement unlocked. Yes. Marilee says, good night, everyone. Can't keep my eyes open. This live was really interesting.
I'm with you.
Catch it on the replay.
Fall asleep. My eyes are...
Renee says, Shelly is quiet. Heath must have her hands duct taped. Denise says, mocha with butter and coffee instead of just water. A lot of people really like that.
Lots of people like that.
He says, yo, dog. By the way, I'll be using this greeting from now on. And it's D-A-W-G, okay? You got to get it right.
Yeah, what the heck?
Renee says, Denise, I mix most of mine with Bones coffee. Sean says, I will gladly sell my pumpkin spice caramel to the highest bidder, even the lowest bidder.
Why do you make it into a sale?
I don't know.
Make it into chaffles.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Rhonda says, I had the banana for the first time today. Delicious. Maybe I'll make the chocolate toffee tomorrow. Miriam, butter or heavy whipping cream?
Butter.
And I like it hot, too.
I like it hot. Okay, so I made the Pizelles that I kept talking about. The recipe that Taffy did, it's freaking amazing. I didn't mess up at all. Everybody was saying it's so hard because it spills over, and so maybe I was ready for that. Then I just put a tiny bit in, and they turned out so awesome.
Is that? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Vanilla Pizzelle.
It was, and I did it the exact recipe. Usually, if it's vanilla, maybe it needs a little bit more flavor, in my opinion. But this one was just tastes just like a Pizzelle.
So if did you guys use erythritol or allulose?
No, we used erythritol.
Okay, I bet you if you used allulose, it would have crisped up a little bit more.
Oh, I thought it was totally fine.
Okay.
I didn't think it was.
So.
Because it's when you take it out of the Pizzelle maker, it's like soft, and then we just like those round ones. We just put them inside of a bowl, and they would go around, and then fill them up with whipped cream.
So by the time I got over to there, all of the whipped cream was gone, by the way. Not that I'm, upset or anything.
I think next time we need to put a couple of berries in there and then whipped cream, too.
Lori says so good. Oh, let's see. Good. Yeah. Mimi says, I started to making the pumpkin soup. It has so many ingredients. Anything over 5 ingredients gets me lost. That's why I love Keto Chow. Butter, gelatin, water. I've got a delicious meal.
Yep.
And that's one of the reasons why I only make stuff like that on the weekends, or it just has to be really, really good. That sausage soup is one of the recipes that we've made, because a lot of the recipes when you're doing keto, you sometimes you want to make like you want to get back to like, I don't know, something that you used to have before, like cinnamon rolls.
Something you're missing.
You want to recreate a non-keto food.
Or give yourself a treat or something that you can't have again.
Yeah. And a lot of times, it's like you get yourself psyched up for it. You make it and you're like, that was really good. I'm never making that again. Because
that was so much work. Yeah, I did some like cinnamon twists. And I did not like them.
I thought they tasted good. but they didn't turn out. They didn't look like churros,
and
which is what you were going for.
Not, it just wasn't in my mind of where they lived, and so I'm like, man, they weren't that great. But the Pizelles are perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's one of the recipes we've made a lot of times. Emily says medical transcriptionist is not on the GOV-X list.
Sad.
Contact them anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Give it a try.
It won't hurt to actually contact them.
Yeah. Shauna says California has a fire season. They're definitely qualified here. He says scrolling issues. First world problems.
Yeah.
Jessica says they ask if I get a kickback or if it's an MLM. I just tell them I'm very passionate about the product.
So great.
Sonia says the $200 coupon is so satisfying to use.
Yes.
Been there, used it just a couple weeks ago. Oh,
Don't you feel like you got free money?
Dropped frames.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
Dang it. Maybe we should
So
wrap
if
it
we
up.
got buffering going on.
It's been an hour. Do we need to talk about stuff?
Yeah, I'm not
James,
sure.
it's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah, I think I need to... Hold on, let me lower the stream quality.
Okay.
Stream output.
Boring. Why is it so high?
Oh, well, because normally it can go that high, but
Okay,
for
is
some
it working?
reason it was having problems. Okay. James says good morning, everyone. Checking in before work. Renee says, same questions?
Sing to James. It's his birthday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear James. Happy birthday to you. Yay!
How many kids do we have?
Renee says, what? Same questions. Oh, can you tell me how to make Keto Chow ice cream? Well, actually, there was one of the questions we wanted to talk about was, like, what do you do if your Keto Chow doesn't mix up right and you get lumps in it?
Oh, yep. Heat it up.
I made a video of me walking over to a microwave and heating up Keto Chow in the microwave to fix improperly mixed Keto Chow. And it's funny because Joe made fun of me for posting that. He's like, why would someone need this? And it keeps coming up.
Well, because sometimes you just don't think about it. It's like, yes, it's common sense, but I didn't think of that.
Yeah. Sonia says,
okay.
I've noticed how patient you are with repeat questions, and it's very impressive the way you repeat the answers with enthusiasm and a smile. Thank you for your awesomeness.
Thank you.
Well, there is no charge for awesomeness.
Or attractiveness.
Jillian says, I'm still waiting for USPS to deliver my last order. Definitely taking longer than usual.
Sorry.
Please do contact us.
Yeah, we'll look it up and see if it got lost or something.
Debbie bought her 21-day bags on March 8th, 2020. Oh, okay. So almost a year ago.
Yeah.
Robin says, I tried it for the first time today. Lemon, yum. Tomorrow, chocolate. Nice. Shauna says, I've honestly tried to like the pumpkin spice caramel. Never liked anything pumpkin spice.
I've never either until that soup. So
he says, my bad. Dog. I guess I'm not street enough. LOL. Kim says, where did you go? Yeah, we were having problems with the... we should be back. Yeah, it seems to be streaming better now. I've been slowly increasing the data rate. Laylee says, I've been doing 3 chows a day since the 1st with OMAD breakfast on Sunday.
Ooh, that sounds awesome.
Denise wants to know, can you add gelatin to Keto Chow without blooming it?
So you've done that before when you mix it with a blender.
Yeah,
a stick blender, right?
Yeah, so I put the fat in the bottom, but I'm doing 3 at a time. And I put the Keto Chow with the gelatin on top of that so that I can add water and immediately mix it up. And that usually works okay. Sometimes I get some clumps in there, but it's not usually terribly bad.
Yeah.
So he says buffering. Yeah, I saw that.
Buffering tonight. Okay,
Let's
Devin, still waiting to make chaffles. I just get nervous about having a lot of them left over. Those chaffles, I just throw in a Ziploc bag and stick in the freezer. And you can pull them out. You can eat them cold. You can warm them up. They're great.
They are absolutely fantastic.
I love to have leftovers because then I have them in the freezer.
Yep. Maddie says, I always make my shakes with heavy cream. How do you make your shakes with butter? You warm up the butter in a liquid and then mix. Yep. Yeah, so you need to make sure you're using warm water.
Yep.
There's a fiber in Keto Chow called acacia gum that has the really cool properties. One of them is it keeps fat mixed with water.
An
And
emulsifier.
yeah, so once it's mixed in there, so the water just has to be warmer than the melting temperature of butter, and it works a lot better if you're using a blender. But you can just, Haley made you some that was just shaken up, right? The other day.
Yep.
Let's see. Les says making more pumpkin soup tomorrow. It's so good. Cece says, I'll have to let you know how it turns out, Denise. Sean says, yeah, happy birthday, James. Denise says, thank you for answering about gelatin.
And James, check on Steph for us. We heard that she wasn't doing well today.
Shauna says, microwaves, deleting the boobo lumps in Keto Chow for years. Yeah. Well, it is kind of funny because every once in a while, and I consider myself pretty good with mixing up Keto Chow, but every once in a while, I will get a thing of Keto Chow, and it will have chunks of butter in it, which aren't terrible.
I sometimes just don't care anymore. I'm like, whatever. I'm too lazy to walk to the
go.
microwave.
Let's see. Renee says, my fat stays in the bottom. Okay. James says, USPS told us last night they were running way behind because so many were out with COVID, but we got our Keto Chow order on time. Just waiting for our second. Nice. Marie says, I usually don't bloom first. I just use hot water and an immersion blender to mix.
Yeah, and that would work.
Yep. So, CC is not on Facebook.
Oh, sad.
Anyway, Lily Blake says, late all, it's past my bedtime. Or night all.
I'm ready to go to bed. Let's go to bed.
Oh, James says
up
she's
in
in
the
bed resting. Her back was hurting.
Oh.
Okay. Hungry He says, all right, what's the story with the so good thing? Where did that come from?
It's strong bad.
Let's see. Teen
girl. It's a geeky
girl
thing.
Squad. So good.
So you have to play it. So you can
Yes.
hear the voice saying it.
So
You can't play it while it's in a thing.
yeah, I'm going to have to post the
Just
link.
post the link, yeah.
So if you're familiar, if you're familiar with Strong Bad Emails and Homestar Runner, it's a fictitious teenage boy's interpretation of how girls act, and it's just silly.
It's really funny.
And they always say "so good."
So good.
Yeah. Shelly says, "I consider the butter clumps yummy junk." Hey, Shelly's on.
Shelly, hi.
Yeah.
How are you?
Sean says, I get a chunk or two once in a while, but I figure I get a chewable bonus lump.
I know, right?
Oh, so Cece deleted her Facebook 10 years ago.
Oh,
She quit that.
that's freeing, right?
Yeah, it is. Renee says we had a guy bring a new strain from the UK to Corpus Christi today.
Oh, no.
He tested negative one day before flying to Dallas, then drove to Corpus Christi.
Dang.
Sandra said,
Did he come with the Grubel?
Sandra said, just popping in to say hi and off to bed. Well,
Hey,
thank
Sandra,
you for popping in.
Sleep tight.
Yeah, we probably are going to finish up pretty soon. Carol said, for ice cream, I use heavy whipping cream and mix as usual. Churn it and eat it as a soft serve. That's exactly.
Yes, that's what we did too.
Renee says, I love the occasional lumps. A little nugget of goodness.
Yeah.
Shauna says, have you seen the second Crudes? Yes.
Yes. Oh, we went on Christmas Day?
No, it wasn't on
No.
Christmas Day. I think it was closer to to Thanksgiving.
It was the 20th.
It was actually
No.
really funny.
It was funny.
I thoroughly enjoyed the second Crudes movie.
Yeah, I did too. I liked
So-
both of them. It's funny.
It's got punch monkeys, okay?
Yeah, that was really funny.
What else can you say? Let's see. Shelly says, hi, Miriam, ready for bed. How about you?
I am
Yes.
so tired.
Renee says, I
I was
literally
up
laughed
in the
out
night
loud,
last
Miriam.
night. I had heartburn for hours. It was horrible.
Shauna says, did he come with the Groovel? I snort laughed. Mission accomplished. All right. Well, on that note, Denise said somebody asked how to make ice cream. So there is a video. Let's see. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and show this. So here on YouTube, if you search for Keto Chow ice cream, Miriam singing the A-Team.
Well,
So
I'm yawning
here at the top, you've got
look at
me
you. You're so cute.
dumping Keto Chow into an ice cream maker. That's it.
Face.
You've got
face now.
Joe and Rachel putting Keto Chow into a blender. You've got them putting into a blender using butter.
Yeah, Christy.
You've got Christy making pistachio ice cream. You've got Keto for Real Life people making ice cream. Another one
Dory.
making ice cream. This little kid.
Oh, that was so cute.
He did such a good job.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, there's a bunch of different examples of making Keto
watch out.
Chow into ice cream. Who's this guy? Who the
What?
heck is this guy?
Have you watched that one yet?
Yeah, he's funny.
I like to make. I want to make it.
So, yeah. That's probably the best way to learn how
night,
to
Sarah.
make Keto Chow into ice cream. Amy says, "Are you okay, Miriam? What gave you heartburn?"
I ate too late. So we've been interviewing people, and we got home at like 6:30, and then had dinner. And I'd been fasting all day long, and so I ate at like 7 o'clock, which I don't like to eat that late. And and the thing was, I didn't eat bad foods. I had 2 hamburger patties and 2 fried eggs, and a salad, like a little salad. So, but it was just too late in the day. So
Renee says, "Now we know what Chris really searches for." Teen Girl Squad.
Teen Girl Squad.
Sarah says, "Good night, everyone." Shauna says, "Sweet dreams, everyone. I really love you guys." My chosen peeps. He says, "Hungry Heath has a Keto Chow ice cream float video." Yes. Mm-hmm. Farrah Henry says, "Heath video. Only weirdos watch that." Okay, well, we're going to take off now.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Guys, be safe.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow morning. Okay, bye.